What's up, everybody? XCLG here, and welcome back to Explore. We are on Destiny, and I know it's been a while since I put out an actual Destiny vid. And listen, all I can tell you is that I'm still playing with different things that I want to put in the videos. That's all I can tell you. And I apologize about it taking so long, but I think this is definitely something you can look forward to seeing at least once a week from Grind, okay? And that is me doing the Nightfalls for you until we do a complete rotation. Once we do all the maps and we get a pretty much good feel for the different elements that we can use and what's strong on these different Nightfalls that we do, then that's going to be pretty much it until we get some new Nightfalls. And once that starts to happen, that will happen when we get some new strikes, which will be on come on, say it with me, December 9th, when the darkness below. All right, so when we get our hands on that, we'll have a brand new raid, we'll have a brand new strike, we'll have some new weapons to get our hands on. From what I understand, it's supposed to be across the board. We're not only exotics will we be getting, but we're supposed to be getting a whole slew of legendaries. And that particular point is something that they really haven't been talking about. I think it's gonna be a surprise for a lot of people because they are gonna put those in there. And from what I understand, we will also be getting we'll be unlocking the materials, I believe, so that way we can ascend our current gear if you choose to ascend current gear. I believe that is coming. Don't hold me to that. This is a couple of things, from my sources that I've been reading, a couple of hints that I got dropped, so don't hold me to these things until I'm able to actually confirm everything, and when I do, I will definitely let you know. But those are, just a couple of things I felt you might want to hear. They might be coming down the pipe. Yeah. Okay, so what are we working on? Nightfall. All right, so just to give you all an example, you see how I did that the first pride, right? The first part of this, we weren't really in the Nightfall. That is not a place where you can not respawn. You can actually respawn there, so you're good to go. But now that you see that nice long gray bar at the top of my screen, we are in instance. So now that we are in instance, if we die, we die, okay? And our buddy had to pick us up, and if he dies, then we get booted back to orbit. But that's something I want to show you how you can avoid. Nightfalls to me are basically just boiled down to preparation and having the correct weapons. Of course, you got to be of level, but you won't even see that if you're, you won't even be able to really get in the Nightfall if you're not high enough to do damage. So it's really not a big deal. Where I see a lot of people making mistakes or having difficulties getting their Nightfalls done is the simple fact that people like to rush. Don't rush, people. I'm in here with Phoenix, and he and we're going to take our time. We're going to bottleneck the enemies to eat every location as much as we can. And you're going to see us through this whole video. We are going to stay very close to each other, just in case one of us happens to go down. It makes it really easy for your partner to pick you up. You know what I mean? So it's not really smart to stay really far away from each other in a Nightfall. So stay close to your partner, and maybe that'll help you out. Another point I want to give out for you: make sure that you're using weapons that give you the advantage. So right now, as you see, right, in this Nightfall for this week, we have void damage, or void burn is what it's called, a modifier. So in other words, the enemy does a really, a lot more damage to you if you get hit with void damage. Now, it not only works for them, but it works for you too. So you can see, right, I'm all blazed up. I got pretty much everything void except for one thing. You see I have arc, and the arc is for the knights, because the knights, with the hive, it's funny because you got the wizards, as you can see, right, they got the solar shield, and then you have the knights that have the freaking arc shield. And then you kind of have to be very versatile and have some weapons there to play around with in order for you to be effective when you do Nightfalls, because sometimes certain enemy types have these different shield types for you. I think when we play against the Fallen last week, right, you got the Shanks that have the solar shield, and then you have the regular Fallen that have an arc shield. So there again, you have to have some different weapons so that way you are prepared. Now, Make sure to have this stuff, guys, because this is going to make a difference in how hard this Nightfall is for you. If you don't have any void, like if we didn't have any void weapons trying to get through here, this thing would take us, oh my gosh, it would take us a long time, because not only, you know, they've got all these modifiers on, all the enemies are all beefed up and everything. Their shields are extra strong. So make sure that you go in with the correct burn, so that way it works for you and not against you. Alright, I just wanted to make sure that people weren't going in and you know how to use your, you know, look at the burns or look at the modifiers and use them, you know, to your advantage. Alright, so as you can see, we just went around. You know, like I say, we're just moving slow. We're clearing out all the enemies too. We're not rushing by anything. You know, I play strikes and I play with, you know, public strikes, play with a lot of random people, and it seems like it's always a race. Like, oh, I'm trying to get to the Fogoth first. You know, I don't understand that, and they pass up all the enemies. To me, that doesn't really make any sense, because those are all drops. To me, you gotta understand, I'm a loot guy, and you know, for me, I don't get a kick out of rushing through the game. Or it doesn't matter how many times I played it. I played this, I don't know how many times, guys, but when I play it in a strike, I'm gonna kill everything. I'm gonna take my time, I'm gonna have fun. You know, I'm working on different weapons, I'm working on different pieces of gear, and I want all the XP that I can get for these things, so that I can level them up faster and be efficient in, you know, whatever I need to do, be it Nightfalls, weeklies, you know, from doing raids. I want to be efficient, and I want to have my character ready, so that way I can tackle anything and everything. You know what I mean? So okay, so now that we've made it down here to Fogoth, we still haven't had any issues, and I am cutting it up, guys, because this is a pretty long thing. Like I said, Phoenix and I took our time, and it probably took us about 45 minutes from start to finish to get done with this thing. And as you know, if you noticed, right, if you were looking at the beginning of the footage, he didn't jump in until a little bit later in here, because I was actually going to do a solo run for you guys, but I don't mind my buddy jumping in. You know what I'm saying? Phoenix is always welcome to hop in here with me. He's a great guy. So so it takes a while, so I had to cut it up a little bit. So that's why, you know, I had to, you know, 40 minutes down to 10 minutes, or it was like 45, 50 minutes down to 10 minutes. So I just had to get rid of a lot of fighting, a lot of, you know what I mean, all the slow stuff. But I think that it's going to be an efficient enough cut for you to see how to get through, and it should help you if you are having any difficulties with this. And I felt that, you know, Nightfalls were good to post, because they would always be relevant to the game. Unless Bungie does some craziness where they change it really drastically, I feel that, you know, to put up a Nightfall and to show people how to do it is actually something that is good information that could be used not only now, but in the future down the road, as we continue to play the game and new people get to play the game. You know what I mean? So as you can see, you know, it's just a rinse and repeat thing. Oh, I wanted to tell you this too, guys. I almost forgot. You see this room that Phoenix and I are in, right? We went in there, we angered everybody, and we stayed right here, and we're playing, and we're staying away from the Shrieker. The Shrieker is in the room right in front of me. All right, he just disappeared. The reason why you want to do that is because all you got to do is just stay back, stay out of the way of the Shrieker. It'll disappear. All the enemies that spawn with the Shrieker will also disappear. You don't even have to waste any ammo on those things, okay? Don't even do it. Save your ammo for Fogoth and everything else inside the arena that's trying to stop you from killing Fogoth. So now that we've got that done, oh, the Shrieker's still trying to shoot us, but Fogoth is dead. We're done, guys. It's a cakewalk, okay? Just take your time, be efficient, have fun, don't rush, man. Get with some good friends and pass your Nightfall. All right, I'm out of here, guys. I hope you really enjoyed this explore. I think I really enjoyed it, actually. I had a really good time with this, and look for more. All right, I'm out, people. Have a great night. I'll catch you later.
Hit the like button, please.